For this kind of money to get this kind of keyboard is talking about value. I'm Rio Gion and welcome to the channel. First glance, I love the look of this keyboard. It reminds me of those old office keyboard from the 80s, which makes sense, hence the name. The layout is standard, so if you happen to try out the keycaps and absolutely hate the design, then you can always replace them with something else. So not sure if the camera can pick this up or not, but the home row is raised and the F and J keys are weirdly angled. The keycaps are dual colors and some of them are dark gray and some are not, so if you're OCD and you gotta have a consistent color scheme, then you can always replace the keycaps. This is the enclosed design, so personally I like the look because I'm seeing it way too many of those floating key design look, but this also means that this keyboard's harder to clean than the floating ones. In some ways, if this keyboard begins to collect dust, I think it would really help the look because we're definitely going for that old keyboard look. One thing that I like is the keycaps don't look super busy, like there aren't so many lighting icons or volume icons or anything like that, which is very good. There's a small toilet paper instruction to show you how to configure the lighting because this keyboard is actually RGB. So if you bring this keyboard to the office and no one bats an eye, then you turn on the RGB and everyone loses their mind. Or you bring this keyboard and everyone loses their mind in the beginning because most modern office keyboards don't look like this anymore. Or no one cares, which is most likely what will happen. So hopefully you're not the type that buys things to just show them off. From the look of the switch, it says HS, so this could be an in-house switch, or it can be one of those situations where they put their name on the switch, but the switch is made by someone else. The housing looks like a MX RGB switch, but I feel like if these were MX RGB brown, then they would advertise them, because that'd be a better move than putting their name on the switch. There are still people that believe cherry is the gold standard for switches. Anyways, in terms of the feel, these feel good to the touch. They have a right amount of tactility when typing, and I guess it could be the combination of the switch and the keycaps, but these feel like those old keyboards, which feels good to the touch. The best way to describe it is the downward push is light and the bounce back is just good enough to confirm you press the switch and move on to the next one. I can't find facts and figures on the switch, so for those that do, let me know. I'll pin your comment. In terms of brown switches, I use these ones and it's certainly up there, but it's not the best. Anyways, here's what the keyboard sounds like. This keyboard uses cherry stabilizers, which is nice because it's easier to deal with than the Co-Star one. With the enclosed design, you definitely want the stabilizer over the Co-Star because it's just one less headache to deal with. These are translucent double-shot PBT keycaps. In terms of quality and feel, I think these are at the top. For this particular keyboard, the caps are raised pretty high up and the home row is raised at an angle, which is probably different from what you're used to. The font does have these little breaks, and because it's a double shot, so hopefully as technology advances, these can be fixed. Besides that, I think these are great keycaps and most definitely will last you the life of the keyboard and moving forward. The flip-up feet does have rubber on them, so the keyboard will be planted at both angles. There are holes to drain out water, so I guess there's some spill resistance with this keyboard. Besides that, there's this pattern which depends on your taste. You can either love it or hate it. Whichever the case, this is probably the first and last time you'll be looking at it because I'm sure we don't look at the back of the keyboards that often. The cable is rubber and the USB tip is gold, so you either like this combination or you hate it. So this is a plug and play keyboard because I could not find any software for it. If you can, then let me know. Honestly, I don't think RGB is the reason for you to buy this keyboard. I think RGB is an afterthought because the main selling point is the look and the keycaps. I mean, this keyboard ranges from 70 to 100 bucks. With this kind of range, it doesn't matter where you get it at in this range, it's a good deal. You're getting a high quality keycap, hopefully a decent switch, and RGB, so I think this keyboard is a winner. In terms of price to performance, this keyboard is pretty much up there because of the value proposition, and to get this look, most likely you gotta go some kind of like enthusiast route, and that's a lot more than the asking price for this keyboard. If you're a fan of retro keyboard, then there's a chance either you already have it, and if you're looking for the shopping around and saying if whether or not it's good, then maybe you just come to the right place, because I think this is a great keyboard for the money. If you're someone shopping around, then there are better options, but you're gonna have to go beyond 100 bucks. So if that's you, then this one might not be that appealing. If you want good bang for buck, this keyboard should be in your shortlist. Anyways, like, subscribe, click the bell for more content. You guys stay awesome.